You finally get the raise, or the new job, or the email that tells you your paycheck is about to be bigger than it's ever been. For a moment, there's relief. You notice it in your body first. Your shoulders drop. You breathe a little easier. Maybe you even smile and think, okay, this is it. This is where things finally calm down. And for a short while, they do. But then a few months pass, and one night, you're lying awake again, staring at the ceiling. You're doing the math in your head, just like before. You feel that familiar tightness in your chest when bills come up. You still feel stressed about money, even though, on paper, you're doing better than you ever have. And that's the part no one really explains. Why does making more money feel like it should fix everything, but somehow doesn't? Most of us grow up with a very simple story about money. If you're stressed, it must be because you don't make enough. If you just earned more, you'd finally feel safe, stable, relaxed. And to be fair, that story isn't completely wrong. When you're truly struggling, choosing between rent and groceries, more money absolutely helps. It removes very real, very painful pressure. But somewhere between not enough and doing okay, something strange happens. The stress doesn't disappear. It just changes shape. And when that happens, people almost always turn inward. They assume the problem must be them. I must be bad with money. I should feel more grateful. Why can't I relax when other people would kill to be in my position? That quiet self-blame can be heavier than the bills themselves. But this isn't a personal failure. It's a misunderstanding of how financial stress actually works. Money stress isn't just about income. It's about psychology, expectations, and the way your brain responds to uncertainty. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't talk about. Your brain doesn't measure money in dollars. It measures money in safety. When your income goes up, your brain doesn't say, great, we're done now. It says, okay, what does this new level of life require to keep us safe? And almost immediately, the goalposts move. The apartment that once felt fine starts to feel temporary. The car that worked well enough now feels unreliable. The lifestyle you swore you'd never want begins to feel normal. Not because you're greedy, not because you're ungrateful, but because humans are incredibly good at adapting. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. You get used to improvements faster than you expect, and once you're used to them, they stop feeling like progress and start feeling like baseline. So the raise doesn't remove stress. It just unlocks a more expensive version of it. Now you're not worried about making rent. You're worried about keeping this job, about maintaining this lifestyle, about what happens if things go backwards. And here's where it gets even trickier. As income increases, so does complexity. More subscriptions quietly pile up. More fixed expenses lock themselves into your monthly life. More expectations show up from family, from society, and from yourself. Your financial life becomes heavier, not lighter. That's why someone making twice as much as they did 5 years ago can feel just as tense, sometimes even more tense, than when they were struggling. Because stress isn't only about scarcity, it's about responsibility. And responsibility grows quietly. It doesn't announce itself, it just accumulates. Another reason more money doesn't bring peace is comparison. When you make more, you often change environments. New coworkers, new neighborhoods, new social circles. Suddenly, you're not comparing yourself to who you used to be. You're comparing yourself to people just a little ahead of you. And your brain does this automatically. You don't wake up and choose it. You just notice who's doing better, spending more, upgrading faster. So even progress can feel like falling behind. Then there's the issue no one really prepares you for: uncertainty. Most income increases don't come with guarantees. Raises can disappear, jobs can change, industries shift. So instead of feeling safe, your brain starts running quiet simulations in the background. What if this doesn't last? What if I mess this up? What if I build my life around money that goes away? That's not irrational. That's your nervous system trying to protect you. And here's the quiet part most people don't realize. Money stress often isn't about the present. It's about the fear of losing the future you just touched. When you've experienced a higher standard of living, the idea of losing it can feel worse than never having it at all. So instead of relief, you feel pressure. Pressure to perform. Pressure to keep earning. Pressure to not mess up. And none of that shows up in your bank balance. The turning point comes when you realize something subtle but powerful. Financial peace doesn't come from how much you make. It comes from how predictable, flexible, and aligned your life feels. People often assume wealthy people are calm because they earn more, but many of them are calm because they've reduced fragility. They've built systems that don't collapse the moment income wobbles. When your entire lifestyle depends on maintaining a specific number every month, your brain never truly rests. But when there's margin, emotional and financial stress softens. That's where the mindset shift happens. Instead of constantly asking, how do I make more? The calmer question becomes, how do I make my life easier to support? That's not about lowering ambition. It's about increasing stability. It's realizing that freedom often comes not from earning more, but from needing less to feel okay. And when that realization sinks in, decisions start to feel different. A raise becomes a tool, not a lifeline. Savings becomes emotional insurance, not just math on a screen. Spending becomes intentional instead of reactive. So what does this actually look like in real life without extremes or unrealistic promises? It starts with noticing what your money is doing for you emotionally. Does a higher income genuinely make you calmer? Or does it make you more afraid of slipping? Then it becomes about creating breathing room, not massive savings overnight, not drastic lifestyle cuts, just small buffers that quietly tell your nervous system, we're okay. It might mean choosing predictability over maximum growth during certain seasons of life. It might mean recognizing that some stress doesn't come from lack of money at all, but from overcommitment. Too many fixed costs, too many expectations, too little flexibility. And none of this requires perfection. It just requires awareness. Because once you see that financial stress is psychological, not moral, something important happens. You stop blaming yourself. You stop assuming something is wrong with you for still feeling anxious. You stop measuring your progress only by numbers. You start designing your life around calm, not comparison. And if making more money hasn't brought the peace you expected, you're not broken. You're human. Your brain is wired to protect you, adapt quickly, and worry about what could go wrong. The goal isn't to eliminate money stress completely. That's unrealistic. The goal is to build a life where money supports you, instead of constantly testing you. Where progress feels steady, not fragile. Where calm grows slowly, quietly, over time. And if you're already doing better than you used to be but still feel tense, that doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're ready for a different kind of growth. One that values peace as much as progress. And that's a very good place to be. Here is the conclusion of the video. Making more money doesn't automatically bring peace because stress is about safety, not just income. As life improves, expectations, responsibilities, and comparisons grow too. Real financial calm comes from stability, flexibility, and reducing fragility, not from endlessly earning more. If you're doing better but still feel tense, you're not broken. You're human, and you may simply be ready for a different kind of growth, one that values peace as much as progress. If this video helped you see money differently, share it with someone who needs it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.